Hello, my name is Gwen, and welcome to your practice. We'll enjoy 30 minutes of gentle somatic yoga along with deep core exploration. You'll need a blanket, possibly a block if you have one around. So go ahead and take your blanket and roll it up tightly. Place it at the top of your mat. You can bring a block right underneath the head of that roll. If you don't have a block, then you can use anything to elevate the head of that roll. Bring your back in, butt your butt right up, and then go ahead and unfurl the spinal column so that it just feels delicious to lay down onto this blanket. Notice the shoulders will drape a little bit more downward. The knuckles can be heavy, palms upward. Walk the feet a little closer to the sit bones. Press into the feet with a little lift of the sit bones up off of the mat. Lengthen them towards the heels, then uncurl the lower spine. 2 more times like that. Press into the feet evenly. A little lift of the pelvis up. Lengthen the sit bones towards the bottom of your mat and then down. And 1 more for good luck. A little lift. Lengthen, lengthen, and then lower. If your lower back is a little tender for whatever reason, you can leave the knees bent. Heel toe the feet a little wider. Inner knees can knock. Or lengthen through one leg. Notice how that feels. Give the toes a little wriggle. And then the other side. And then come into your breath and notice the pauses between breath. As you inhale, a light little pause, this little gap between the inhale and the exhale. Dive into that gap between breath for a moment. Take your time. How deeply can we dive into our breath that it transcends everything? Where can you take the breath in this shape that it has not gone yet? Today we'll explore a breath called Sama Vritti, equal breath. It's also called square breath. So you'll inhale for a comfortable count of 4. You'll hold for the same count of 4. And then you'll exhale for a count of 4 and hold empty for a count of 4. So on your next inhale, 2 cleansing breaths. A deep inhale in and again. Then in, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Last one, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Take a deep inhale, a deep exhale. Scan the body from the toes to the heels, from the heels to the knees to the sit bones all the way up the spinal column to the shoulders, from the shoulders all the way into the middle of the brain. Notice the sensations, all the subtleties in the body. From just some simple breathing, notice what you notice. How deeply can we dive into our breath that it transcends everything? Take a deep inhale and a ha. Then go ahead and bend up at the knees now. Go ahead and place the palms by your side. Chin to chest. Roll over to one side. Press yourself up. Take the roll and place it down on your mat. You'll take the block out now, but have it around. And then you're going to bring this roll right at the bottom of the shoulder blades. Ladies, the bra strap area, so underneath, so when you lay the head down, it will be underneath the armpit area. Then from here, you'll take the block in your hand, send one foot up, and then the other. Take the knees to one side, block to the other, nose follows the block. Very slowly, like the second hand on a clock. Feel and sense one leg leaning into the other. We don't want to go to the point of no return, so very softly we meet into the center, and then a ha as the nose follows the block. Meet into the center. Notice that core line. You might be noticing the roll underneath the shoulder blades. Maybe you're giving a nice squeeze into the block as you come into center. So let's all do that. You'll take a deep inhale, squeeze the legs together, squeeze the block, and then over to the other side. Meet in the center, squeeze the knees, squeeze the feet, the hands into the block, and then over to the other side. We'll meet into the center for one more just like that. And then take this block right over to one side. We're going to come in for a twist. Go ahead and place that right underneath the legs. So it might be the hip, it might be the bottom knee. You'll come right over to your side. Stay on the roll. Have the roll right underneath. Arm out, that bottom arm out. And from here, you can have the block underneath or have it right in between the thighs. So lengthways in between the thighs. Top arm right on top of that top edge here. And the head will be downwards, so there will be some blood flow into the brain.
come into what's called Celtic Cross now. So feel that top shoulder all the way through the arm, resting on that top edge. You're going to take the shoulder. It's going to initiate the motion now. Let it roll forward. Notice the rest of the arm roll. The knuckles might roll on that top thigh. And then you'll come right back to start. 2 or 3 just like that. The shoulder will roll forward. You might feel it right into the heart center, the neck, and then back. And then how about one more just like that? Roll the shoulder forward and then back. Take a deep inhale and then let's do the little bit of the opposite. Roll that shoulder back. It might feel like the shoulder blade coming in for a mini back bend. And then back to start. And again, shoulder comes back. It may feel like it's pushing the heart forward. The blade comes in. And then back to start. And how about one more just like that? All the way back. And take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Then shrug that shoulder up to the ear. If you can, the ear can come up so the head can lift. As you lower, reach down into that hidden pocket. The head can press into the mat. And then relax. And then again, shrug that top shoulder to the ear. Head can lift, maybe just to get a piece of paper under it. As you lower the head, press it into the mat, and then reach for that hidden pocket. And then relax that effort. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And how about one more for good luck? Shrug that top shoulder to the ear. Ear to the shoulder. Lower the head down. Press. Reach for that lower pocket. And then soften, soften, soften. Let's bring this into a circular motion. Go ahead and bring that shoulder forward. Shrug it up to the ear. Circle it back. And then down. 4 distinct locations. Forward to the ear. The head might rise. Back. And then lower. And then now see how smooth this circle can become. As it circles like this, listen. Is there any creaking? Is it smooth? Can you go a little faster? And then slow it down. How about the other direction? Notice what that's like. Notice the sounds, any stickiness, any places that you may be skipping over. Go a little faster this way, and then slow it down. And then take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, deep breath in. One more. And then go ahead and come all the way back onto your back. You'll feel the roll underneath the shoulder blade area. Take the block into both palms. One foot comes up, then the other. A little rock and roll from one side and then over to the other. For this round, let the nose follow the knees. Meet in the center and squeeze the blocks, squeeze the inner knees together, and then again. Side to side, a little squeeze in the center. Have some fun. Notice what you notice. How do you feel? A little squeeze for one more this way. A little squeeze in the center, and then one more that way. And then we'll go ahead and we'll set up on the other side. So you'll come right over onto the other side. You'll leave the roll underneath the armpit. Take the block, place it between the thighs. Bottom arm straight out from the shoulder thereabouts. Head lowers. Top hand on that top edge. When you're ready, go ahead and shrug that shoulder to the ear. A little lift of the head. And then carry that down and press the head down. And again, shrug to the ear. A little lift. As it moves down, you drag it down, head presses down. And how about one more? Shrug, lift, shoulder moves down, head down with a press. And now take a deep breath and let this feel delicious. Roll the shoulder forward and then go ahead and roll it backward and notice the heart. A little press. As you roll it forward, you might feel and sense the arm roll on that top edge. As it rolls back, you might feel and sense into the spinal column. Hit the pause button for a moment. Notice the arcing sensation. As you carry it forward, a hollowing of the heart center. Notice what you notice for one more here. And then hit the pause button. We'll bring this into a circle. 4 distinct locations like Celtic Cross. Go ahead and shrug the shoulder to the ear. Carry it backward and then downward. Forward, all the way up, all the way back, and down. And now smooth it out. Notice, is it smooth? Listen. Are there any creaky sounds? Any snap, crackle, pops? Any places that you skip over? Can you go a little faster? Can you go a little slower? And then what does the other direction feel like? Notice how this feels. Maybe it feels like a spiral and you're getting a little smaller. You can bring the shoulder a little more into the center. And then, rest that effort. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let's go ahead and take the blanket out, block out, And come and rest on your back just for a moment. A little body scan here. Feel and sense how from temples to toes, how do you feel? Let's start at our heels, like we were laying in the sand. What's heavy in the sand? What does the imprint look like? All the way from the heels through the Achilles, nice and light. Feel that weight through the calf, lightness through the knees, that heaviness through that thigh, to the sit bones, the lower back. How far are you off the mat? The mid-spine, all the way to the shoulders. A little rock to the back of the skull here. Nice and easy. Notice how it feels. And then come into stillness. Take a deep inhale. Go ahead and bend up at one knee and then the other. Scooch the hips over to the side and then a natural roll. As you roll, press into the mat and come up to seated. So here you might need a little lift of the sit bones. So if it feels like you're sinking back while you're seated and you're having a little bit of a struggle, go ahead and lift the seat, the sit bones up. Come to the edge and it'll feel like you're forward a little more. Then bring the heels the width of your mat. From here, like you're walking, flex the feet. The middle of the heel will grip the mat and then send that back. We have a invisible, so dust up off your visionary skills here and imagine a ball, a beach ball, and then rest the arms right on top. Take a deep breath and feel the lengthening of the spine all the way up through the palate, through the crown. As you exhale, let yourself drape over the ball. Fingertips might touch the shin or the mat, whatever feels good. From there, chin to chest, let the head hang. Take a deep breath and press into that abdominal wall. Let the belly rise, and as you exhale, carry that navel towards the spine, a hollowing of the belly. Inhale, press outward. As you exhale, carry that navel towards the spine. Inhale. Don't worry how long the breath is, and then exhale. Inhale like we're pumping the belly, and then exhale. And then one more just like this. And then relax the arms where they are. Roll up through the spine. Notice how you feel from the sit bones up to the shoulders, all the way to the center of the brain. Give the toes a little wriggle. And we'll do that one more time. So feel the heels. We light up the feet all the way to the toes. The whole back of the leg ignited. Sit bones, close the eyes. Feel that lengthening all the way up the spinal column, through the palate, through the crown. Arms rest on top of that ball. Take a deep breath into that. And then go ahead and drape over the ball. Fingertips might touch the shins, the chin to the chest, or the fingertips might rest on the mat. Take a deep breath, press into that abdominal wall, And then carry it back to the spine. Pump that belly. Inhale. So not to worry that your breath isn't long here. Pump that belly. So a little fast breath here. Not as fast as Kalabati breath, fire breath. So you inhale, you press into the abdominal wall. Exhale, carry that navel towards the spine. Pump that belly. Notice how it feels to move that diaphragm just like that. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more. And then leave the arms where they are, nice and heavy. Roll up through the spine. Wriggle those toes. And So one more here. Hang on to that ball. Take it over to one side. And then reach through both arms. And then again, hang on to the ball. Deep breath through center. Exhale. And then we lower that big heavy ball. Just lower it a little bit. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And how about one more? We'll lower one more. So you'll take that ball. Inhale. Exhale. You might be sawing off your toes with the baby finger. Then inhale through center. And then exhale. And then come up in between all that somewhere. Inhale. And exhale. Feel your natural range of motion here. Inhale. And exhale. And all the way up. Close the eyes. Feel for a moment as you relax through the toes, the feet, the legs, the muscles wrapped around the sit bones, the back body, the shoulders. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Come into your Shavasana. So you can use the blanket as a blanket as you bend up at the knees and roll down onto your spine. Or you can bring it underneath the back of the skull if you'd like to have a little lift of the back of the head. Wedge it to the shoulders, hands on the belly or by your side. Feel and notice as the eyes close, the muscles around the eyes will soften. Feel that softening through the jaw, the shoulders, the back body, the legs. The muscles float in the connective tissue as we allow. We become these true receivers. Let yourself rest here. Feel open like the sky. Receiving, receiving, receiving. Allow yourself to rest there for as long as you'd like. Or if you'd like to close the practice, go ahead and bend up at the knees. Roll over to your side. Give yourself a little pat on the back for showing up
and giving yourself this gift of presence. When you're ready, press into the floor. Use that strength to carry you all the way up, head heavy. Let it roll up last. Legs can bend or not. You can lean into whatever you have there, or maybe seated. Whatever feels delicious here. Take a moment to feel the spine elongate all the way up. Nice. And when you're ready, go ahead and take the palms together. Feel that warmth, this deep appreciation towards yourself for showing up. In your mind's eye, go ahead and bring anyone in your life that you'd love to devote a little bit of this to. A little bit of kindness. Take a deep breath in and a light little bow. Pouring this out beyond these walls to all those that need a little kindness today. Namaste. Thank you for your practice.